Jimmy Kimmel Live.
I am the Boss Tones man. Here, say something in there.
That would be nice if he was like, tonight on Jimmy Kimmel Live, the mighty, mighty boss. Just kidding. It's a different band.
I can't.
There people like buy a house and then they're like, I think there's some sort of thing going on in the crawl space. There's all these tick marks on the wall. And then they're like, no, there's a family. Their kids were growing. They're marked height every few years.
You can take them up into the attic.
Just someone's like, oh, okay. I watch a lot of Lifetime movies. I thought.
Sorry.
Is that...
Too much time with listen to my favorite murder.
Last murders on the pod.
Last murder on a podcast.
Last serial murder. How mad was fucking Kellogg's when they're like, podcasts are huge. We got to get like some sort of serial podcast. And then everyone in the boardroom starts laughing at me. Why are you laughing?
Laughing at Jimmy Kellogg, the old-time CEO.
Don't laugh at me.
Wearing his suspenders.
He's like, all I focus on is the wheat. I don't have time to just consume media when I'm walking through the fields. And they're like, well, sir, actually.
That's really kind of what people use podcasts for. Oh, really?
Oh.
Well.
Maybe we could sponsor cereal.
It might help drown out does cereal need a sponsor?
Maybe they could change the name for reruns.
Can cereal sponsor us?
Yeah.
How well are they doing? How about a special cereal?
Would it have killed him to have like a... I don't know anything about what I'm confusing cereal and making a murder because I haven't watched it either. Let's just combine them.
Well, you don't watch a podcast.
Would it have been that much trouble to make a Jimmy Avery, some sort of Cocoa Puffs?
Jim Avery, Cocoa Wheats.
Would that have been that much like...
Come on.
I mean, merch is what you live off of in the arts.
Yeah, and he's an artist.
No, the people making cereal are artists.
Oh, okay.
The people at General Mills.
The people at General Mills.
Do you think that happened? They're like, it's the Potty Awards.
Yeah.
Potty Awards.
That's funny.
It's the potties.
We're here at the potty.
I won a potty.
I can't believe I got a potty. You call your mom and you're like, Mom, I got it. I got a potty. And she's like, well, go to the bathroom, honey. I don't know why you're calling me.
Yeah, I got a potty. Wow, Mark, this is a nice garage. You've got awards over there. I see
I see a potty.
I see a potty. Yeah, it's my potty.
You know, I got a potty too. We're with me and Bruce Springsteen. We both got a potty. Me and Bruce both potty.
It's like in those hip bars where it's 2 toilets and 1 stall. It's for Bruce and I.
No doors.
That's where we do the pod.
We do the potty.
Potty boys.
We do the potty at Taproom's bathroom.
Michelle calls us the potty mouth.
I love that taproom bathroom because it's technically.
Oh, does taproom really have that bathroom?
It's technically it's technically a twofer, but there's no door on the stall.
Oh, okay.
So it's a toilet and a urinal.
Yeah.
And it does lock. Yeah, it does lock.
Yeah.
I used to love going in there and peeing at the urinal like a big boy.
Oh.
And not locking the door and being like, no, you're good.
When you said like a big boy, I pictured, ironically, as a child. Because it's... That's weird that it's
I went to a childlike mindset.
It's weird that big boy makes you think of a child. You'd think it would make you think of an adult in a business suit. But no, when I think of big boy peeing, I'm picturing pants at the ankles, standing up at the urinal.
Yes, like a big boy.
Like a big boy.
It's the only thing that regresses when you call it like a big boy.
Are little kids' pants just constantly like covered in bathroom floor piss?
Covered in piss.
You give your little kid something like, oh, put this in your pocket. He pulls it out an hour later. You're like, where'd shit come from?
How did you get this? How did you get this Reese's egg covered in shit? Did it melt? It's not open. How did the chocolate get from the inside to the out?
That would be fun, is to take a kid to a gay bar bathroom.
No, that doesn't sound fun, and I think cut that from the podcast.
No, I think I'm picturing off hours. I'm picturing it's daytime, and you're like, oh, we were going to the chiropractic. Kids don't go to chiropractic.
We were getting. He was getting his tonsils
His
checked.
karate lessons are nearby.
So
And they don't open till 3, and he needs to go to the
he's
bathroom.
gotta pee. So we're gonna go into
a wall bar, which I thought was a military theme bar.
No.
But then I looked at the inscription. It was actually a wall in the bathroom with a hole in it.
Yeah.
Sex bar.
sex.
No, he'll be like, they have like an open thing, and then she's like inviting guys to parties. It's an erotic thriller, so it like sucks.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where when you boil down the plot, you're like,
I don't know why you're like, oh, erotic thrillers. They all suck. I've never even heard of that as a genre.
It's a genre. They're bringing it back.
Eyes wide shut.
No, like Fatal Attraction. Movies where it's just Michael Douglas and there's a lot of steam. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. All right.
movies where the poster is a woman's hand gripping like a bed sheet.
Yeah.
And then it says like Taken. It's like,
I've been taken.
yeah, I guess that is a movie. Taken is a
Taken's a movie.
That's probably not the cover of Taken.
No, I don't think so.
This is all I wanted to bring. I just want to bring it for
Okay.
this. There's a scene where she's naked and her nipples are like really hard.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like, was that a thing the director told her to do, or was she like, I know how to do it. Give me an ice cube in about 5 minutes.
I'll get these things rock hard.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or any of you, bring that up on the couch.
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart. How'd you get your nips so hard?
Those nips are hard.
Was that intentional?
Is that a director's choice or an actor's
That was
choice?
funny because there's like Ben Affleck at one point just like there's 2 scenes where he just sticks his head like in her ass. It's like part of the like sex thing, but they show that as he's just like there's 2 scenes of it.
He's like eating her ass.
Sort of. It's the we're at passion. We're gonna have sex like that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then he just like flipping over and just like nose in the butt. like he's a child who thinks human centipede is sex.
What a weird thing to do.
He does it twice in the movie.
I mean, yeah, I guess he likes eating ass.
It's really funny to imagine.
You think it was a real ass?
Yeah, I think it was like her. Like it was.
You think it was really Ben Affleck?
Yeah, this is what I'm getting to.
Do you think they really liked it?
Well, they started dating.
Did they really? Yeah. I thought he was back with Jennifer Garner.
I think Jennifer Lopez. I think they got together after him and this girl broke up.
Oh,
It's the girl
okay.
from Knives Out, and then she's like in James Bond stuff.
Okay.
She's like a very attractive person, but she's like, so she's like the person, and then it's very funny to just imagine like they're like cut, and then Ben Affleck like pops his nose out of her ass, and then it's like, hey, so that's a wrap for the day. What are you up to? I mean,
we've already been there. You want to go to Nobu?
I'm gonna rub your vagina juice off my nose, but before I do, I might as well.
Am I gonna have to wipe it off again later?
I don't want to double wipe.
Because I'll just leave it there for now. You want to go back to my trailer?
He has his nose in her ass, and then the director's like, cut. And then Ben Affleck's like, that's a wrap. And then the director's like, well, that's actually my job. And Ben Affleck's like, nope, that's everybody out.
Get the fuck out.
We're here.
Except for the guy who takes this weird sock thing off my cock. That guy has to come over here. I don't know. You got a weird knot going on here. What is that? A sailor? Were you a sailor or something? How'd you get this thing?
I would like if the continuity director stayed. She's Spanish. She's Cuban. I was trying to do a Cuban voice.
Don't try that again.
I won't. Hey, it's not my fault I don't know how to do a Cuban impression. I haven't been able to practice it for 50 years because I'm a patriot.
I'm a fucking American.
I'm not going to...
I'm a red-blooded American. I won't even do a Cuban accent.
You're just some white guy, and it's like 2002, and you're like... And then the Middle Eastern guy went like, oh, so I never went booze, and they're just like, 9/11, saboo. You're like, no, I'm just doing an impression. Like, be a patriot.
Oh, man, that reminds me. I was at the convenience store buying this
wow, so at 9/11... So
no, the Middle Eastern accent thing. It's not because it was a Middle Eastern
wow.
dude. It was a white woman.
Okay.
And I was buying this Sprite and a pack of cigarettes.
The best type of person to dunk on. You went from like, it's like, oh, Eric, was that cool to be mean to Middle Eastern people?
And then you're like,
And
no,
then
it
you're
was
like,
a white
there's a
woman.
white woman. It's like, game on.
All right, let's do this.
Pull the fucking goals out of the cul-de-sac, man. We're playing some hockey.
But I have like all my money that I made this weekend in my wallet.
Yeah.
Dan just punched me in the face.
Just the podcast goes silent. Suddenly I'm seen in Cuba going, where's that girl's ass?
How do I get a cubano?
I'm walking around with an erect nose.
But she sees like that I got like a decent amount of money, and she's like, "Whoa, big baller!" And I was like, "Oh yeah."
And then you look down and zipped your pants up quickly.
Oh, can you see those? Sorry, my UTI. I'm all backed up down there.
That would be a fun, like, if someone, that'd be a fun way to flirt.
You got big balls, baby.
Yeah, just set up a situation where someone calls you a big baller,
Yeah.
and then you go, oh.
What?
Because flirting with a stranger and referencing your penis,
Not
that's
cool.
pretty forward.
That's very forward.
But balls are like...
Balls are funny. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she sees that and she's like, "All right, so it's like 9:15," and I was like, and I have all this change in my pocket, and I was like, "If you thought I was a baller before, check this out." And then like a handful of like quarters, and then out of nowhere,
You don't need the testicle thing. The quarters got you, it sounds like.
and then out of nowhere, she just starts going, "Oh my god, that is very much money!" She just out of nowhere, out of the blue. Just fucking all in. I think I must have had like a weird look on my face because she gave me my change back from like a 20 in the change, and she handed it to me, and then she started doing like a British accent. She's like, "Hey, mate," with the other change. I was like, "So am I supposed to just assume you're just picking accents at
She's
random?"
like, I love voices. If you notice something wrong with it, you're racist.
Insane.
She's like, you're the one. You didn't think it was weird when I did a white lady voice to kick it off.
Ah.
That lady sounds cool.
I wanted to be like, "Can I get your number?"
Where was that?
It was some convenience store near my
Heaven?
parents. And then while I was also like while she was like finding my cigarettes, this like
Why'd you have so much money? Oh my God! I
have a
misunderstood.
job.
No, when you said $9.15, I thought you had $915 that you were like putting into a bank or something.
No.
And then I was like, "Do you bank with a convenience store?" Here's $9.15. Put it on my tab. I'm just gonna get cigarettes every few
I
days.
still owe you $100. Wow.
Put it on my tab and take out 2 cartons.
Although, like before that, like this older lady who'd like been outside in this big fucking like fur coat came inside, and she was like, "Man, I'm tired of waiting outside. It's hot." Everybody in the store was just like, "Yeah, you're wearing that big ass coat. What are
Big
you
fur
doing?"
coat.
And she was like, "'Cause I want to go home." I'm like, "That? Are you what?" I don't understand.
Her home is being a bear. I'm trying to turn back into a
I want to
bear.
be a bear again.
I'm trying to go back to the great wild. The wilderness is my home.
Oh, that was fun. That was a fun way to start the day. I've been awake for like 15 minutes. It's like, am I gonna wake up again? Is this a fever dream?
I fall asleep watching an old Simpsons episode.
The problem with the poo is this lady.
The problem with this lady is the new documentary. Ari Kondabolu really just needs to come here.
The problem with this lady at Thornton's.
Hell yeah, cancel Thornton's. Get any woman
You know
fired
what?
who works
You
at a
know what?
Thornton's.
It wasn't even a Thornton's.
Doesn't
but
matter.
still cancel Thornton's.
Cancel. Any lady works at gas station, you're out of
You're
here.
done. All white women are fired from gas stations.
Oh man. What will those cute girls in small towns do now?
I don't know.
That was fun when you're like in a
Get married earlier instead of the 2 years that they were going to work at a gas station.
you're in some small town and you're like at a gas station like a McDonald's and you're like, this girl working here is beautiful. She should work at the nicest restaurant in town.
Oh, she is.
Never mind.
I guess she is.
You're like, you could be a server at the classiest joint, and then they point to the Loves, and they're like,
I'm not good enough for the Loves.
no, they're at the Loves.
I could never work at the Iron Skillet.
Yeah.
What's that place called? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Iron Skillet.
Okay. Good.
You nailed it.
Good.
Yeah. You ever been there?
I have not been to an Iron Skillet. I've always wanted to go.
I always wanted to get a
It's
shower.
intimidating, though. All those truckers.
Yeah.
I feel like they beat me up if
I
I
know.
walked in there.
I always wanted to take a trucker shower, and there was a time when I was looking at my car, where I was like, yeah, it's logical I take a shower here.
Yeah.
I was always too afraid.
Too afraid.
I was like, they're gonna fucking hit me with my rubber duck or something.
They're gonna slap me with my loofah.
Some big fat trucker's gonna go whoosh, right on the
Just right on the tip of my dick. He's got great aim.
That would be funny going there, and it is like a big high school hockey locker room vibe. All truckers are talking about banging chicks, comparing their penis size.
Picked up Susie in the lot last night. You did too?
There's one trucker, they're all really
Who
impressed
up?
by his penis.
There's one guy who's just standing in the mirror staring at his penis.
Tony's the real long haul. And Tony's kind of bashful.
Oh,
you
know.
fellas.
Come on, guys.
Come on, boy. And then he trips on his cock.
Whoa! Don't have a jock strap on yet.
No, there's a kid in my high school who had a huge. I never saw it, but he had a huge penis apparently.
Yeah.
Huge cock.
Big dick.
Yeah, and everyone would like. It was like a thing where the hockey team was like. It was like his dick was like their mascot. like other members of the team would be like, "Man, that girl's hot. She should fuck her." Louis Nance.
Say his name.
You know I said his name. Eric knows guys with good cocks. No, it's like it was literally like it was like the feeling where it's like he doesn't even care about this.
It's just a thing to him.
Like other people keep coming up to me and they're like, it's as long as a Gatorade bottle and it won't even fit in the head of it. It's like, what did you guys?
What kind of science experiments are you running in there?
Did you guys fucking abduct him to some sort of UFO? Dude,
And his asshole's tight.
what happens on this 5 o'clock practices? Hockey's proof, man. You can't get kids up that early. They start doing weird, like,
Kids
not
need their
even
rest.
gay shit.
Kids need their rest. They're doing like queer science.
Yeah, it's like, this is why you can't have high school kids wake up at 5 a.m. Because then they're just going to measure each other's dicks.
Just gonna put their
based on
dicks in Gatorade bottles and be like, it's as big as a Garnier.
It's like the cap of an Axe
Also, who
body
brought this
spray.
Garnier? It's for girls.
We're at home ec, someone's like, this tastes like his cock. Like, guys, you gotta
Come on.
focus. You're never gonna get to nationals or whatever the fuck hockey does.
We're trying to go to the Olympics.
It's funny. They're like,
Dude, this guy's been the Special Olympics. I bet if he got a boner, he'd be happy.
the blood would flow out of his head.
He'd be brain dead. He still can skate. Muscle memory.
Muscle memory. He does have to put a third skate on.
Well, no, he'd be erect, so it would be out of the way.
He's the goalie. He's swatting it away.
Yeah, he's like... They're like, Rev is like, that's slashing. It's like, that was my cock, not the stick.
You're like just at a bar chatting with people and they're like, oh, I sort of peaked in like college. I was pretty popular. I peaked in high school. Or were you like in a band or something? No, I just had a huge dick and all the other hockey players were like really into it. like, so you're popular with the gay guys? No.
No, they were, well, a lot of them have come out of the closet since then.
But in a weirder way, more haven't.
Listen, it's astonishing that they're not all
You
out of
would
their
think
closet.
that.
With the amount of time that they spent inspecting, touching, and staring
It
at
was
my
wild.
penis.
And it was funny because it was like only the hockey team. Then you like talk to people on the basketball team. You're like, who's got the biggest cock on the basketball team? And they just punch you in the belly. Like, this guy's fucking
talking to the lacrosse kids.
I didn't go to that nice of a school. Well, no, our teams were hockey, football, basketball, and and 3-card Monty. I went to a bad school.
We had 4-H.
Which 4-H was just never mind.
Hose.
Horses. I was gonna say 4-H was just
honeys. And horsepower.
Horsepower.
They were fixing cars too.
Yeah.
It was a shop class.
That would have been. I wish I had a shop class.
I wish I'd had a class.
That always bummed me out because
I wish I had class.
Hey, you watch Saved by the Bell, and then they're like, "We're going to shop class," and you're like, "Wow, high school sounds fun." It's all these classes.
And then you realize you just have math twice a day.
And then you're like, "Damn, I'm never gonna be able to crash and then fix my friend's dad's car in shop class."
Real quick.
That was great. Saved by the Bell made shop class seem like it existed, so that when people broke things at parties,
get people out of trouble.
Yeah.
How do I get this handrail to the stairs put back up before my parents come home from Miami?
I'll never be able to fix this vase. Lisa, take it to vase class.
That was a big thing that happened when I first showed up at my new high school here, when I was still going to school here.
Yeah.
Eric's
brief time.
My brief time in Kentucky public education.
Eric had one of those things where it's like, oh, you're transferring high schools. Just turn in this paperwork and they'll know you're here. And then Eric. Oh.
Huh. What?
Huh.
What?
I imagine, because you go to a small town school, I imagine the ROTC program was the most funded program.
No, not really. The 4-H was. All the
well, that makes more
sense.
Yeah. The animal shit.
All the animal shit was very well funded.
Yeah, the best fucking.
There was a pig in a hallway one time. And
Was
it wasn't no prank.
Whoa.
It was just practical.
Was there really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's funny because to you, that's probably not at all interesting. But that happened in my high school. Good Lord.
That happened more than once.
Holy cow.
That holy cow was in the hallway.
Oh my God. Tennessee school sounds fun.
That was like a whole wing.
No wonder you didn't.
That was a whole wing of the school that I just never went to.
No wonder you didn't like Louisville school. You came here and you're like, where's the fucking pigs?
Where's the fucking pigs?
He just pointed to some gals.
They're over there.
By the heifers. That's crazy. There's a pig in the hall. You're getting into 4-H?
I did not at all.
You ever accidentally, because you like a big gal.
You ever accidentally start trying to flirt with a pig?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And I'm embarrassed.
So since when is this your locker? The pig shitting in a hallway.
And eating it. It's biting my ankles. It's like, so, when do you get off school?
That would have been the better prank. Getting the pig in class, dude. Get that roll call going. He's going, Melissa. And then Melissa's about to say here, but before she can.
Oink, oink.
You got a pig goes oink, oink. You go, what? 2 Melissas?
What are there, 2 Melissa? Melissa, did you bring your twin sister to class?
Which one do I shoot? And then the cops come because they're like, you cannot joke around that type of stuff in school.
Yeah, our fucking SRO comes in. Did your school have a cop?
No. I went to my school.
We had a whole police force. No, it was just one guy who was a dick.
It just was students. We had a bunch of students' batons.
I hated that guy.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked you weren't pals with your high school cop.
Every time I would go take a piss in class, he would somehow find me and follow me into the bathroom. No.
Some lady's got like a Blue Lives Matter shirt on, and like a bunch of like, young people are like, all cops are bastards. And she's like, my husband works hard protecting that high school from truants.
It was great because he'd like because he would see kids like dipping or chewing. They'd have a big big load in their mouth.
Big load in their mouth. And you're going spit. Spit it out, pal.
And then he'd be like, stop. And they'd run into the bathroom and take it out of their mouth and throw it up on the ceiling.
Jesus Christ.
Which is like the least...
Did you go to school with Sling Blade?
Yes. I went to school with a lot of people who kind of remind me of Sling Blade, yes.
So then when they threw the dip up, my idea
it just dries out because if you throw it hard enough, it sticks, and then it dries pretty quick, and then it just stays there. So there's like stalagmites of dip just from the ceiling.
I was picturing as they throw it up, and they're like, I ain't got no dip. And then 10 minutes later, they lean their head back, and it falls. Right?
Pull their
lip out,
and just let it fall right back in.
Yeah. Like when you're making pancakes and bacon, and you don't have enough pans for both.
Yeah.
You flip the pancake, get it stuck to the ceiling, cook the bacon.
Put the plate under the spot in the ceiling, let it fall
One
right
pan
there.
breakfast, everybody. Because you don't want to have to clean up. Telling me all your kitchen's covered in flaming grease and batter. But hey, you only got to clean one pan.
I only got to clean one pan. How often do you look at your ceiling? Come on, you don't got to clean that.
No one's cleaning their ceiling.
Who cleans theirs?
A basketball.
Boom.
No, I don't. I found out that the Sweet 16 was going on. Yeah, first off, anytime I Google Sweet 16, a thing pops up and says,
Don't
use
do
your
this.
VPN.
Do not do this.
Use your VPN.
Do not. Come on. Resist the temptation.
The NCAA Sweet 16. The anchor just has a big creepy smile.
Oh, Sweet 16.
And tonight we're going to take a look at the Sweet 16. I mean, oh yeah, that was what I was supposed to say. Sweet 16.
Sweet 16.
I thought I made some sort of Freudian slip.
Sorry. And just right.
No, man, I think every year I look at the bracket and I go, Gonzaga, that's a funny name. And then I put down the bracket.
So how about these gas prices, huh?
Hey.
Pretty high.
They are high.
Higher than I've ever seen them.
Do you blame, really?
No.
It is funny because the memes people share, they'll be like gas prices under Biden, $4.25. Gas prices under Trump, and then it'll be a photo of like an out of business gas station where someone has graffitied like
25 cents.
$1. And then there'll be the flip side ones where people will be like, gas isn't even that high right now. And it'll be a photo of like a $3.25 gas station that's like covered in snow. And you're like, wait, what?
I don't think that's the right one.
There's Christmas lights still up. That doesn't seem current.
Every
either.
car at the pumps has a Christmas tree on the hood of their car.
And then for the example of Trump's prices, it's like $30 for gas. It's just someone just typed that into Microsoft Office.
Microsoft Office.
Under Trump, it was $30 a gallon.
I promise.
I swear to God. Trust me.
Dude, I'm so right.
It's like, how are both sides of the memes so because Russia.
I'll tell you who I don't blame. Mother Russia.
Yeah. That is so silly. Because it's like, Russia's so far away.
I know.
The gas stations are so close.
It's right there.
We
don't even get that much gas from Russia.
You know who could have helped with all this? Because there's Russia stuff going on.
Yeah.
Makes you think maybe we should have voted for Sarah Palin.
It's true. She'd be right there.
She would have known.
She would have.
She's like, I can see the gas prices going up from my house.
I can see a Russian Exxon from my back porch, and it's getting up to $3.99 over there.
Oh, it's getting up there.
Oh, it's getting up there now. It's about $3.99.
What's the difference?
I'm from Alaska, but I speak like I'm from a movie.
What's the difference between a pit bull and a hockey mom? Pitbull does concerts worldwide. He's a huge star.
He's famous.
Most hockey moms are just...
Most hockey moms, they just kind of drive kids around.
Yeah, why does she talk like... You think that's where, what'd be fun is you got that, you get Sweet Leaf, and then you cut in Alrighty then.
But they were playing some song, and the guy who was rapping, he was like, "Dick so big I can hit the whole clit." I was like, I don't think. I mean, you could do that with your pinky.
Yeah, you can. A pair of jeans kind of does that. Underwear so big I can. Man, that's funny.
Fucking so good, make you think you're wearing a pair of real tight jeans on a rocky bus.
You're gonna be like, whoa, slow down, Playboy. Hey, so you know the word like you aren't supposed to say like gypped and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's that thing old people used to say where it's like N-word rig.
Yeah.
And so you're not allowed to say that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Why is guinea pig still acceptable?
Because the guinea pigs don't have a voice in this country.
Don't call them that. They're called Italian Americans. But it's like fucked up that's like people still walk around, they're like, oh, I'm the guinea pig for this. It's like, Jesus, man.
All right. All right.
You think anyone's done that joke?
What is the etymology of guinea?
I don't know.
Why is it? So why do I feel so comfortable saying it?
It's funny. Hey, anytime someone asks, you're like, I'm talking Papua New Guinea. I'm talking.
Why are there so many guineas?
It is weird that it's like someone goes to Italy and they're like, you guys remind me of those people from Papua New Guinea. Italy's full of these New Guineans. And then over time it becomes Guinea.
Like you're like a guy who's like fought like a lot of Italians.
Hey, they got a New Guinea.
You're like you fought
we
like
going, if Brooklyn gets too busy, we'll all go to the New Guinea.
you fought like a
These
bunch
guys got frickin' bows and arrows.
I can take that.
I got a frickin' bow and arrow in my boat. A little bit of so. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, you're a guy who's like fought like a bunch of Italians, and then you're like at like an Olive Garden or something, and some guy's pissing you off, and you're talking to your girlfriend, and you're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go take a trip and Papua New Guinea.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. This is a sentence. That's a good one.
I like that one because it's a sentence.
It's a sentence.
An excellent critic.
You made the whole thing. That's great. There was something I was watching where they were like talking about something, and then I think it might have been I went to the Thomas Edison house in Louisville,
right.
and they were talking about like, yeah, that's when he invented the electric belt. And then I was like, yeah, thank God. Otherwise, you need gasoline belts.
Those fucking diesel belts.
Which is like a funny joke until you remember that like belt is like a versatile term. It's like, oh, I guess I'm the idiot.
I guess I'm just dumb.
I one time didn't get a job. You know the Conrad Caldwell House?
The what?
The Conrad Caldwell House in St. James Court. It's like the big old mansion.
Oh, okay.
It's like a famous museum now. It's like an old fancy Victorian mansion. And when I first moved to town, I was like, oh, I'll get a job there as like a tour. I'll just work for like that. It was like a historic. I like history. I'll do that. I'm 22.
Yeah.
So I go and they're doing the interview with me and they like liked me a lot. And they're like, yeah, you're very qualified, blah, blah, blah. And then I was just talking to them about the house, like just shooting the shit, being like, I already got the job. I'll just chat.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, his house built in like the 1890s. He was in the tanning business. And then I said, people did like tanning back then? Like beds? Or like oil? Like what? And then the lady gave me a really like what? And then I went, oh, like leather tanning. And then she went, yeah. And then I didn't get that job.
The position has suddenly been filled.
But it was literally like I had the job and then I was too stupid. I was too stupid in the chat.
I was too stupid in the walk away.
Well, thank you. It's nice meeting you. Anyways, have a great gay. Sorry, I mean bad gay. Hey, I mean no, day. I meant day.
Be gay.
Have a gay day.
Gay.
Have a gay day.
Gay.
He was like, yeah, we're not. No, man, but then a few months later, they were at like St. James Art Fair or something, and they had a little booth. And that was part of what my job would have been.
Yeah.
And there was just some girl there. And then I was like, how'd you get this job? And she went, my aunt works for them.
And I know what tanning is. And she started laughing at you. We all make fun of you.
Yeah. You know, that would have been funny if I went up and this girl just had like really bad fake tanner. Like a big line at her neck from like where.
So why do you do that? Well, he got rich from tanning.
It's a tanning business.
Damn it. What was it that made them abandon me?
It is funny. It's like you're some guy who gets transported from the 1890s to like today.
Yeah.
And you're in some strip mall in Florida.
Yeah.
And you're like, sunset tan? I can't fit my cows in there. I can't.
This thing is much too small for a hide.
This bed can barely fit a human. Let alone some leather. Excuse me, just some 17-year-old chewing gum behind the desk.
Yeah.
I think Polish people, could become cool in the next 10 years. Not like the top, obviously.
You've mentioned this before, and it's one of the oddest theories that you've ever had.
Wait, have I really mentioned this before?
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm spitballing right now.
I think this is like the third time you brought this up to me. They're just like, nah, Polish people are going to be big. I'm like, okay.
Well, no one gives...
I don't even know what that means.
No one gives a shit about Italian people or Irish people anymore. And like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I got like understand the basic premise.
And people are smarter now. So like, your average 20-year-old is gonna know that Poland got screwed over in the past 100 years of history. So they're gonna see me with a mustache and hair that grows out on the sides for some reason.
That guy.
And they're gonna be like, that guy's cool.
He knows the pierogi spot in town.
He's the equivalent of like a black guy in the 70s or the 80s or the 90s
or the 2000s
now.
or the 2010s
Yeah,
or yesterday or today.
Yeah, they'll
or
be
tomorrow.
Like, they'll be like, that guy's cool. I'm just walking around big old fucking bristle on my soup dripping from my cheeks.
Where is the good pierogi spot in town?
There's none. There actually is none. It's every once in a while on the Louisville subreddit, someone will post and be like, "Where can I get pierogies?" And then everyone's like, "There's nowhere."
Go to Kroger.
And then
get some Miss Teas or whatever.
Yeah, I got some in the freezer right now.
I love those things.
No, pierogies are great.
Kroger's got a great one where it's a big bag of mini pierogies.
Yeah.
You ever had those?
Yeah.
The garlic one?
What?
They got a garlic one.
A Mrs. T's?
No, it's a Kroger brand.
Oh, no, I've never had those specifically.
It's good.
I'll try them. I like, in Cleveland, pierogies are really big. Because,
they make them bigger there?
No. In Poland, they make them bigger. You can, eat with your hand. No, pierogies are very popular. And then I grew up in, you can't eat meat on Fridays in Lent.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck. So for some reason, my parents would be like, let's just eat a bunch of pierogies. Which in hindsight is just being like, no steak, here's double mashed potatoes. Yeah. I don't know why that was a meal.
I mean, I have definitely just chowed down on a bunch of pierogies.
Yeah, no, I do it as an adult.
My first time I ever ate a pierogi was with you.
Whoa.
I'd never had a pierogi before we went to
great.
that place in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. Now, pierogies are great. Man, I don't even remember where I was going.
Let's just take a break and go make those pierogies.
Make some pierogies. I was going to say, every once in a while on Reddit, someone will be like, that'll come up. And then people will be like, someone should do a pierogi night at a restaurant. And then at one point, someone was like, I'm finally doing it. I'm a chef. I'm like an independent chef or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do a pierogi night at Merriweather. Here's the date. And then I was like, oh, I should try to do comedy at that.
Put this down on my calendar.
I was like, not yet.
Don't ruin it. Just go enjoy your pierogies.
Well, no,
Not
in my
everything's
mind, I
gotta
was
be
like,
about comedy.
because Merriweather is in the summer. It's like, oh, we could just be outside in the patio.
Yeah.
A little Polish comedy. The whole thing. We got those weird roosters with crowns on them that Polish people love. Polish culture's insane. They're like, oh, it's a rooster with a crown on a plate.
I love it.
It's like, okay. Shmejmedupa.
I'd love to do all my Polish jokes while I just chow down on pierogies.
Yeah, see, that was kind of my vision. I was like, this will be fun.
Sour cream
Because
all
we've
over
already
my
established
beard.
that there aren't enough Polish people in town. So no one will get mad.
No one's gonna get mad.
I'll be the most Polish guy there.
What happened to the pierogi night? Did it not work out?
Well, that's where this is going.
Okay.
So this is so then people started asking, like, they're like, oh, I'm so excited, blah blah blah, like what this will be the cons there. And then like a week later there's another post that was like, I'm sorry everybody, we will not be doing pierogi night at Merriweather. I can't, like, if someone else could find a location, that would be great. But Merriweather, because they're like a business, needs me to be like certified, and like quote unquote clean and whatever.
When I said I was an independent chef, I meant that very literally.
I meant literally.
Like I cook at home.
Yeah.
Independent of
Which
a restaurant.
I just love at some point.
Independent of a restaurant or licenses.
Yeah.
Or law.
Yeah. So that was their big turn, which I love it because that means that Merriweather was like, Merriweather's in the same boat as all the other people, where they were like, cool, a chef.
Pierogies.
At one point, we're like, wait,
can we see some paperwork?
Yeah. They asked for paperwork.
Are you certified?
Imagine how suspicious you have to be. Yeah. Imagine how suspicious you have to be for a dive bar to be like,
wait, hold on.
Wait.
Show me your papers.
Yeah.
You're bringing pierogies in here. I need to see your papers, young man. This is getting suspicious.
More and more Polish prejudice in this town. She should have said she lost them, and then that's the most believable. We got an authentic Polish chef.
I mean, come on. She's so Polish, she lost her papers.
Yeah.
One of the most important things a chef has, and she lost them. That's a Polak for you.
It's Polish. Anyways, I'll be
having diarrhea. These pierogies are weird.
Anyways, I'll be using my unwashed hands to knead dough in the back. No, that's insane. And then they were like, yes, if anyone else has a place that they would mind setting me up.
I'm still not certified.
I'm still not certified. That was part of it. They said it would have to cost you like this much to give me. And then all the comments were just people were like, no, I'm not interested.
I'm not gonna pay you.
And then they're like, wait, you're not certified. Like people were just genuinely curious. They were like, wait, what? You're not like a real chef? And then at one point she was like, well, I guess I'll just sell them frozen out of my house if people can come order them.
I mean, that's fine.
And then all the comments were just people being like, I appreciate it, but no thank you. I don't feel comfortable.
I might do that. Would you do that?
Sell pierogies or go buy them?
Go buy them.
No.
If he was close by?
Hey, it's a lady.
If she was close by?
I think she is close by.
Okay.
She probably has a lot of unsold pierogies in her freezer somewhere.
Well, that's a good problem to have.
That's a good problem to have.
Don't come at me with your woes about how you got a freezer full of pierogies, all right?
That'd be great. It's like we're doing like some Ukrainian refugee night, and they're serving authentic Ukrainian food. Then that person just picketing, like, I want their papers. I need to see their paperwork. We should bring. It would be fun if America like went to war with someone in a way where people were behind it, and then it became like patriotic to do bad impressions. That was like part of the war effort. It was being like we finally go to war with China, and then like Tom Hanks is like, please everybody, at home and in your personal lives, talk like this.
Remember, guys, every day at 2:30, it's your civic duty.
Yeah.
Bust out your best.
We're bringing back racism as part of the war effort.
We can do it, and it's just Mickey Rooney with putting his rice patty hat on, with like in the same Rosie the Riveter pose.
I was about to say, yeah.
putting his fake teeth in.
His fake teeth. No, Larry the Cable Guy, because he was huge, and then his career kind of started to wane a little bit, maybe like mid 2010s.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, no worry, he's got another business, can fall back on Cable Guy. But then he's talking to his cable buddies, and they're like, Larry, between satellite and streaming, I got bad news.
There's not a lot of jobs out for us anymore.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, no, I'm double whammy.
Double whammy.
I'm broke.
I better start selling more gravy. I got to put all my biscuits in one basket.
Unfortunately, Larry the Cable Guy is very successful and still like sells arenas.
Oh, yeah.
Or that would be a fun joke. Did you watch The Dirt?
No.
You gotta watch The Dirt.
I think I'm done with Pam and Tommy for a while.
No, this is't Pam. This
It's
is just Tommy.
Tommy
and
Lee's
three
big,
other guys.
Tommy Lee's big pee-pee.
Tommy Lee's big pee-pee. Everybody, Thea. Everybody talking about how now the vinyl records are done. You gotta buy a CD. Yeah, get music on CD. I'm trying to get my music on Tommy Lee's big pee-pee. You seen this thing?
That thing is, I can put Pink Floyd's whole discography on that thing. Whoa! For this! It probably fits on his foreskin. I still got the rest of the cock to put animals. Wish you were here. Dark Side of the Moon.
I got thoughts full of secrets over
The final cut. A lot of people don't like that one, but I think it's one of the best.
I like it.
Pipers at the Gates of Dawn.
Anyways,
They can fit those in his fucking nuts.
anyways, we got a great show.
I love Pink Floyd. They're our musical guests tonight.
Sinbad is here.
Sinbad, Pink Floyd.
You know, I was watching those Harmony Korine on Conan. No, on Letterman.
Yeah.
There's like a compilation thing on YouTube. And in one of them, it's like in like 2000 or whatever, Harmony Korine's being a real weird, cool, hip guy.
Yeah.
And then at one point, he's just like, all right, I'm going to get out of here. And so he goes, yeah, because Smash Mouth's about to play. And me as an audience member in 2022, I'm going, that's really funny.
That's great.
And then and then Letterman goes, all right, we'll be right back with Smash Mouth. And then you realize, oh wow, that was just a real thing that was going
Talking
on.
shit. Is that the one where it ends with James Franco asking?
Yeah, it's that
about
video.
it? Yeah.
Because Harmony Korine filmmaking. Let's tell the folks.
That's-
It is funny that David Letterman is like, in his era, was like, so they were like, man, this is like a crazy version of the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
And then now you watch it and you're like, this is the Tonight Show. Which makes me think that eventually, like 50 years, people will be like watching Eric Andre clips, and then a Johnny Carson clip will come up, and they'll be like, same thing.
Same diff.
So all the same. There's
Same
a
diff.
desk.
There's a desk. This guy's wearing a ridiculous outfit, trying to guess the future or something.
This is weirder than fucking.
This is weirder than Eric.
He's having an old white guy with a big fake tan on, and they're calling him a movie star. This show's surreal.
Oh.
You have a little kid, and they're doing the urinal thing where their pants are all the way down.
Peeing like a big boy.
Yeah, feeling like a big boy. And then later you're like, you are being very bad. I'm going to spank you. Ah, why is my hand covered in piss and shit? It's like, well, we went to a fucking baseball game.
You made me pee in that AWOL place.
Yeah, I just put my pants down. No, here's how we should start doing Funny Dinner live shows. We start doing stuff with punk bands,
Mm-hmm.
and then we come out, drum set, bass,
Yeah.
and then a little bit of feedback. You're sort of like sitting like whatever, and then we're like, all right, everybody, who's ready? And then we just sort of start talking, and then every once in a while we build up a little bit of energy, and we're like, woo, y'all ready? So anyways, and it's just that for like 20 minutes.
I could probably do all right with just one drum and a cymbal.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to play ever.
Yeah. No, I mean, I gotta play a little bit.
We never play.
I gotta hit it.
Yeah.
That's playing it.
But that's just the show.
They don't talk.
No, we talk. We just do Funny Dinner. But the audience thinks we're one of those two-piece bass and drum hardcore bands.
That classic duo.
No, and they just think we're doing long banter.
Yeah. Because banter gets way more laughs than any stand-up
Banter gets
comedy.
a lot of laughs.
I used to do that bit when somebody had a guitar, I'd ask to borrow it, and I would just pretend that I was about to start playing.
Yeah.
Talk about how envious I was of musicians for getting laughs.
Yeah.
Always killed.
Yeah, because Led Zeppelin just got to go
God,
out
I'm
there.
good at comedy. Jesus. I'm really depriving the world of one of its greatest talents.
Yeah, it's another good one. You go out, you got a big guitar case, open it up, a ukulele inside.
That's hilarious. I'd like to do that with a recorder.
I would like
even smaller.
I would like to do that the other way.
Bring out that'd be great. Do magic.
Go out the ukulele
Do
case.
some Carbonara effects shit.
Pull out a full grand piano. Tell me make a Long Island iced tea. You think there's ever people that are like on vacation and they're like, "Oh, I'll have a Long Island iced tea. I'm in Long Island." They're like, "What's this popsicle?" They're like, "It's Long Island iced tea."
Long Island iced tea. I'll tell you what. It's more of a Long Island pee-pee when when Tommy Lee's over there. I bet it covers the whole island, that thing. It's a Long Island. It's in its name.
Tommy Lee's mom's an Italian immigrant. How did she get over here on the boat? Well, I mean, I know who's driving it, but...
I know who's driving it. Tommy Lee's big old pee-pee.
Big old pee-pee.
From the womb.
From the womb.
Came out of a belly button or something.
Tommy Lee's big old pee-pee's so big. He was born both premature and that's normal at the time. His dick came out first.
His dick came out first.
Then
And then it kind of hung out.
a week later,
He came out.
Tommy Lee came out after the big old pee-pee.
After the big old pee-pee. And the pee-pee just kept getting bigger.
Ha! Jay, you crazy.
Jay, you crazy for that one.
I love how Jalen's like just shows how much.
I want to get Tommy Lee on my new show, Comedians with Cars, but I don't have any stretch limos for his big pee-pee.
That's a great one. Because that one doesn't even make sense continuity wise. Sounds great.
He's on the Tonight Show,
But also
talking about Jay Leno's garage.
the garage. You think they should do a show? They should do a crossover episode with that.
Yeah.
Jay Leno's garage and comedians in cars getting coffee.
Yeah.
And it's just them racing.
I like that people are like, he stole that. And it's like, no, he didn't steal rich people liking cars.
They should do that. They should do that crossover episode, but the crews never interact, and it's just like Jerry talking out the window of his car to Jay Leno, like they're side by side like cops,
So,
like going the opposite way.
what are you doing over there?
Jay, how's it going?
I'm trying to race.
I'm thinking about Tommy.
I'm thinking about Tommy Lee's big pee-pee.
I'm trying to write some
And I'm just going pedal to the metal, baby. I can't stop.
That was a funny joke the other day when you said, "I wonder how they fit in those small clubs." That was a good one. No, man, Jay Leno.
The nation is deprived of one of its finest comedic talents. If anyone here has a place where I can work lunches again.
No, man, the Peps. They broken up when that Greatest Hits album would have been, they would have been considered like a weird 80s underground band.
And they would have been loved.
They would have been like the Minutemen, but for partying.
Instead, they're just a bunch of fucking idiots.
So they're a bunch of rich guys who... Wait.
John Frusciante.
Frusciante, yeah.
He's back.
He's back. This has been Eric's Rock Corner. He's back. He plays the guitar.
He's a big guitarist.
He plays a big guitar.
He plays a big guitar.
He's got a big old guitar.
He's a big boy. And he pees like one, too.
Yeah. Ever since he rejoined the band, the Hard Rock Cafe has been without its neon
I wonder
sign.
if he does heroin like a big boy.
Pants down.
Pants down. Well, he has to take his belt off.
Yeah, that is true. Do junkies just have to wear pants that fit all the time?
I guess.
That's got to be hard because you're losing all that
You're
weight.
losing a lot of weight, yeah. Going through a lot of pants. But you steal a lot of things from Walmart, so you can just go in there and get the next size down.
That's true. You get big old pants.
That's a big old junkie move.
That would be very funny. Like a blooper from Train Spotting. Just Ewan McGregor ripping off his belt to do some heroin. Pants fall.
Pants collapse.
Classic polka dot boxers.
Hearts.
Arts.
Yeah. Oh. That'd be fun.
What do they do with the belt?
Put it back on, man.
Remember in the 90s when like Sum 41 would have like a bunch of belts?
Yeah.
And like Avril Lavigne would be wearing a bunch of belts?
Yeah.
Were they just doing heroin?
Probably. I bet Avril was a big horse fiend.
He's on the horse. He's an equestrian. She was a skater girl.
It'd be great if it was like, oh yeah, she's a real horse girl, and then it just cuts to some girl who's just in an alley,
Whoa,
just passed out.
That would be cool. That would be a great like Netflix drama movie. I know they did Horse Girl as like a movie.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but she's a horse girl, and then that somehow leads her into a life where she's doing heroin.
Yeah.
And you do the whole. We're doing two and
Well,
showing.
she starts with ketamine.
We're cutting back and forth
Cutting
between
back
the
and
two.
forth, yeah.
So it's her as a kid being like, I just love horses.
I love horses.
And then her as an adult being like, I enjoy heroin.
I like heroin.
I every once in a while
I partake.
I don't want to be forward, but I do like heroin.
I do.
And then cut back to her as a kid. Give me some fucking oats.
Come on.
I need a plastic horse. I need like a 9-inch by 6-inch plastic horse that's solid
Yeah.
to play with.
To gallop with.
It doesn't move.
None of it moves.
But I play with.
Absolutely no moving parts.
Sometimes I'd like see kids playing with shit like that, and I'd be like, I've got a great imagination. What the fuck are you doing? Like, how are you doing? Like, you might as well just have a twig. What the fuck?
Oh. All right, let's figure out how to wrap this up.
Wrap it up. What
Wrap
about?
it up.
You know, it's hard to wrap up.
Hey.
This guy, he wears a box of condoms for one fuck.
A blimp crashes. The Goodyear blimp crashed. I guess Tommy Lee needs a new condom for his big old baby.
Tommy Lee, get over there. Free rubber.
You hear about this? They're cutting down a bunch of rubber trees in the Amazon rainforest.
Turns out,
The audience is like, what?
turns out, Tommy Lee's out of condoms for his big old pee-pee.
More condoms.
He needs more
Big ol'
condoms
pee-pee.
for his big pee-pee. Have I been doing this joke for too long,
Have you
guys?
seen that thing?
I know it's 2007. It's kind of out of the news.
He's doing this through the window to Jerry Seinfeld, who's in his car. Jay, we're going to cut this.
I don't care. I just want to tell you.
I'm not even going to have my team give you the footage.
I don't care. As long as you hear it.
I'm working on some jokes.
You're my favorite audience member, Jerry.
I hate you. That's
Why
why.
it's so much fun to win you over.
Jerry and Jay together.
Together again.
That would be funny if, because huge comics should go on a package tour.
Yeah.
That would be like Jerry Seinfeld, Kevin Hart,
Jay Leno.
and they're just like, we're doing a read, like we're doing.
Kevin Hart's going on tour with somebody right now.
Yeah, but like it probably had someone who's huge.
Pablo Francisco.
Pablo
Or something.
Francisco? Is that real?
No, I don't know who it is. It's somebody who's like not equally as big as him, but pretty big.
That'd be funny if like somebody does an impression.
No one's as big as Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I mean, most people
Most
are
people
bigger
are
than Kevin
bigger.
Hart, but no one's bigger than Kevin Hart.
If you're someone who does impressions and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna open for somebody big, and then you just do their act. You just perfectly like. Just fucking steal their act.
You open up for fucking Kyle Kinane, and you're like, I got gout.
I have gout, and
The Domino's lady didn't cut my pizza.
I'm on barbecue ban.
I got barbecue sauce.
I'm like a Bigfoot in a Taco Bell.
I took a shit and then all that came out was blood.
Kyle Kinane should be like held accountable for all of the
Terrible comedians that he inspired.
but not even like the fact that they're bad at comedy, but like literally he's damaged people's health
He
by
has
being like
he has
a bad role model for
he
people's
has
health.
glamorized. Him and Doug Stanhope need to be brought to task.
Yeah.
For creating alcoholics and fatsies.
They're the Mick
Fatsies.
Foleys of the comedy world.
Fatsies.
Fatsies.
I haven't heard that one before. You can create a new word for overweight people.
Couple of fatsies over here. I'm just a fatsy. Who ate all these donuts? Was it you? I'm just a
I'm
fatsy.
a fatsy. It was him, the skinny one.
No, man, but it's like, yeah, he should be held accountable.
Yeah, you should go to jail.
We should just end it at Fatsy. I guess we didn't need to come back to me going, but seriously, folks.
Oh, good night, and we love you.